Hey everyone, Medina here from Arise Humanity on YouTube and Soul Tribe on Rumble. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you being with me. So I'd like to share a few updates that are important. So my first one is that I have a very exciting announcement that I'm doing some sound bath sessions, which I created due to demand because I had people asking me about this. And these sound bath sessions are going to be 6 weeks of 40-minute sessions based on sound and frequency healing using the voice. And there will be things like, chanting, different ways of using sound, singing, and all different ways of working with our voice. And there's two reasons why I think this is really important at the moment. Firstly, it really helps when we work with our voice for our own soul growth and soul evolution. It helps us to raise our frequency. It helps us to unblock the throat chakra. It helps us to communicate, helps us to express ourselves, helps us in many different ways to sort of be liberated in a sense. And many people are scared to use their voice and to sing and don't fully utilize how they can use sound and their voice. So we'll be exploring a whole lot of different ways of using your voice and using sound. And the second reason why I think it's really important is when we join together with sound in a collective way as a group, it really helps raise the frequency and vibration of the planet and of humanity. So it's going to be really contributing to the ascension in that way as well, by really raising the frequency, as well as individually working personally with our own journeys. So those are two really important ways that these workshops are going to be quite profound. There are only going to be 15 spaces available because I can't work with too many people at once. And so these spaces will go fast. And so please book your spot ASAP if you'd like to be part of these sound bath sessions. They'll be weekly for 6 weeks. And they're also very reasonably priced to make it really affordable for everyone. $25 a session, Australian dollars, which is, of course, less in English and American currency. And that comes to 150 for 6 sessions, which is very manageable for people. If you've ever wanted to use your voice and explore your voice and work with your voice in different ways, this will be perfect for you. And so please contact me in the website contact page below and register your spot and register your interest. And I'll send you the link to join. We will also have special guests. We'll have 2 special guests, one Denson doing some amazing Eastern chants that he thinks are the most important chants, and also a special guest, Penny, who's a beautiful opera singer, and she's got an incredible voice. So we'll also be learning how to warm up our voice and things like that as well. So these will be fantastic and a lot of fun, but there are only 15 spaces available. So if you're interested, please get in fast because they will go fast. And so that's my first piece of news. My second piece of news is that I am going to be sharing my Soul Tribe show yesterday with the incredible Jane Roder, who is the sex and relationship expert, on my Rumble channel only. So if you missed that show, it's a really fun show. It gives you lots of tips about relationships. And that is available in the link below on Rumble if you missed it. It was really fun to do. And I'm not sharing it on YouTube this week. So please go to my Rumble channel and follow me on my Rumble channel too if you can. And you can catch that show there. My next piece of news I wanted to share with you all is that I have only 2 spaces available left currently for my mentoring sessions. These are 6 weeks of sessions working with me. And these sessions, we go in individually to each person, and I read your energy field, and I can tell you without you saying anything what I'm picking up to work on. And we go in each week and work on whatever is most important to work with your own soul evolution. And it can be, you know, a myriad of different things depending on the person. So, you know, for example, one of my clients recently, she's working a lot with health and wellness protocols, physical protocols. So we're discussing those. We work on the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual levels. She also presented with some issues to do with her mother. So we're working on the soul healing with the relationship with her mother, which affects her divine feminine and her energy now. So that's coming up for her, and plus energy healing for her as well, to help with her physical health issues that she has. So, you know, whatever is relevant for you will come up in the session to work on, and it really accelerates your soul growth in huge ways and gives you so many resources and tools. You get a lot of resources and tools with the mentoring sessions too. You can do a one-off session, of course, as well, or if you want more continuity and you want to go in at a deeper level, then the mentoring is also available as well. So the links below will be for that too. And I think that's pretty much all my news this week. If you'd like to join this video now for the Maui healing, and this is part of our Soul Mastery group where we do planetary healing once a fortnight, you can join my Patreon community. We always welcome new members, and this work is very powerful, makes a big difference. And if you can join this week, your energy will be much appreciated as well. It doesn't really matter when you join because it all contributes, as in truth, time is simultaneous and doesn't make a difference. Past, present, future is all one, and your energy is the thing that matters. So when you join in and do the energy healing work yourself, it contributes to the collective, and it magnifies far greater than the sum of the people that are there. And there were a lot of people in this group that contributed, but you know, I hide them for, you know, privacy reasons, because not everyone wants to be shown on video. And so I'm just going to highlight ALOBAR Jones, who's the guest speaker, and I think myself, I think we'll be the main ones in this today. So I hope that you're able to share your energy in this healing with our beautiful Hawaiian family who are in our thoughts at the moment. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a beautiful week. Bye. I am very excited to bring ALOBAR into the Soul Mastery group this week. It's wonderful to have you here, ALOBAR. Thank you so much. I know you're super busy. And I really wanted to do a special one too because of, you know, everything that's gone on with Maui. So it's wonderful to have you all here. Thank you so much for all showing up tonight. And so what I've got is I'm going to just do a few prayers to start with. I was very guided to work with a prayer tonight, and then we've got it like an invocation. And then at the end, we could do some like healing requests because I've got a few people that have requested healing. And we're going to also focus on Maui, obviously. And also, I've been requested to do some energetic work on the parasites and the mosquito issue, because, you know, the mosquitoes spreading disease and that sort of thing. So there's a few things there to work on tonight. We might also cover, if we've got time, just the Russell fire, just to make sure we've done a final clearing, energy healing for that. We did one, it was, when was it? It was a few weeks ago. Now, and it had an amazing impact. I had 2 people say the next night that they could feel the energy of sadness and grief shifting from their hearts at the exact time, you know, that we did the healing. So it was really, really powerful. And I was so excited to hear that confirmation as well, because it's great to give people the feedback for everything that they're doing. We've got more people coming in. Yay! That's exciting. I think everyone's been touched by the Maui thing too, so they want to sort of help with that. So I think that's a powerful motivation for people. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a Aramaic prayer, which is the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. Aramaic's a really profound language, and it has a place in my heart too, because my son, one of his first words was, my favorite word is temple, and I work with temple space and all this, and one of his first words was Gadish. He would say it all the time, and he'd squeeze me in and say it with great excitement and passion. And Gadish means temple in Aramaic. So it's a very special language and has a certain resonance. So I thought maybe what we could do, listening to this, it only goes for a minute and a half, is to perhaps place an intention into the prayer for what we'd like to accomplish today with the Soul Mastery Group healing. So, for example, if you're wanting to send healing to the planet, to everyone on the planet, all humanity, ask for this prayer to be dedicated to the healing and the ascension, the evolution, or however you like to word it, to humanity. And so have that intention as we listen to it, and also just feel the energy of the words. It's really, really beautiful. So I'm going to start with that now.
Ohano ohil, salawat, abund bashmayo, nith kadesh moch, tithim ankuthach, nihoye sobionach, ekenet bashmayo, of bara, abram lachman sukonam yomana, washboklan, achobein watuhay, ekenet tov hanan, shbakin lehaybay, לתעלן לנסיונו. אליו אסלן מן בישה, מדולדד לך עם מלכותה, וחיילה ודספותה, לעולם העלמין. אמן.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a decree on here for us to say. And I thought maybe we could say it 3 times just to give it its maximum impact. Fantastic, thank you. And I just want to share with you before we start, I thought we could start with some healing on Maui. And were you going to start with some healing on Maui, ALOBAR? What are your thoughts?
So the 13 key ley line structures on the world, the 13 key points, Maui is one of them. It is the divine blueprint for fire energy. And at every turn, half of the actions of the Illuminati are to dampen humanity's fire. Now, they're buying up all of that land in the hope that they will control that key ley line position. And they might actually possess the land. They might actually buy the property that location.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't think they're going to make it past the equinox coming up.
When is the equinox?
The 23rd of September.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a big energetic shift then, that the frequency will be too high for them to be able to sustain the energy in that frequency. Is that what you're saying?
They're already in that situation. Like, so I might introduce myself a little bit more. I have a team. I have a team like this. I have two teams like this. One that's in Australia and another one that's in America. And I also fly with a European team who's doing the same thing that I was already doing. And our teams are specific to Gaia's Ascension Protocol, assisting Gaia's Ascension Protocol. And number two, beating up all of the non-physical bad guys and destroying all their infrastructure, killing all their personnel, foiling their plans, and making their lives harder and harder and harder. And Earth is now humanity's in a pretty high frequency range right now, and you can see that because even after they played their biggest political card and said, we've got aliens, nobody cares. Everybody goes, yeah, great about the aliens. What about Epstein's client list? What about that? What about, like, nobody cares. They don't have any cards to play except for financial collapse or major financial instability. Right. So they, and crashing the US dollar has always been on the cards. And right now the BRICS nations are meeting, yes. And depending on what statement they make, they will. But the most likely outcome is that they will collectively, since each of them owns 100 tons of gold, they will reevaluate gold at a higher level, and all of the wealth that's held in US dollars will shift into gold. So if it's feasible for you, I highly recommend that you get your hands on some gold tomorrow. There probably isn't more time than that.
Does that
but silver's been artificially deflated.
It has been. Are you talking about silver as well, though? Because it is a metal asset.
Yeah, basically. Oh, look, if you've got any money, don't hold it in dollars. Hold it in crypto or metal. Gold or silver. But as of this week, gold is silver's expected to 10x, and gold, it's unknown. Maybe as much as 30 or 35 times its current price. This will destabilize the world economy, and they hope reduce the frequency that humanity is playing at. We are about to go through what would be known as a time of troubles. This is chaos because of the government, then a little bit of chaos because there's no government, and then each region comes together in its own different way. It's going to be wild for the next few weeks. So for the next, say, 3 months, right? I'm meeting you guys really late in the game. Anyway, so.
Yeah, I think a lot of us know all this sort of information.
Yeah.
We've been all researching.
The 7 seals that they talk about in the Bible, you may or may not have heard of them. 3 of them are installed already in the crystalline grid that's about 85 kilometers above the surface of Earth. When the 7th seals are activated, which we expect to be part of, come the equinox, that's when the dark side has total, utter collapse and failure. They're going to do anything between here and there, and burning down Hawaii is nothing. It's just something to grab people's attention. It doesn't change very much for the grand game.
It's a big military base, though, isn't it?
Say again?
It's a big military base.
Yeah, surveillance system there.
They've got them everywhere.
Yeah.
They've got those things everywhere.
Yeah.
There are, at the last count I heard, there was like 400 US military bases around the world outside of the US.
Yeah.
All right, there's no shortage. There's any, you can't hit a golf ball without hitting a US military base anymore.
Can't hit a golf ball anyway.
Yeah.
I hit a duck once.
Well, can I just share a bit of information about Maui first?
Shoot.
Before you start? Okay, cool. So this information I thought was quite interesting. We have from Indigo Angel, who does planetary healings as well. So we have solely focused our attention on the tampering of dark military due involvement in the location of Maui causing the fires. And she feels in this particular case, there has been an agenda over spiritual timeline warfare over this because of its being an advanced stargate. The inner access Earth access gate systems there are most battled for locations globally because of that. And she said because also Giza is a very important point related to the Earth at the minute. A global fire force is sweeping across the 33rd parallel on the Earth in its totality. The ley line that extends horizontally from the 4th planetary stargate in Giza, Egypt. The stargate location is also the geographical center of the Earth's body, holographic body. So she's saying that Giza is connected to Maui, and it's really important in terms of, the stargates and things. So she would like people to send healing to Giza as well. So we could do that as well today. I have been getting a lot of information on dragons in the last few weeks. Heaps of dragon energy coming in, dragons everywhere I turn. And she's saying that the dragon parts now are gaining momentum in complete spectrum unity. Before the global fire events, all these dragon energies were coming onto the planet and working with us, she said, and which is interesting because I hadn't read that, and then I'd got all this dragon stuff happening. So we could also ask to call in and work with our dragons if you're guided. She also says, as wildfires continue ravaging different parts of the world, we must pause and reflect on the significance of these multidimensional disasters. One of the spiritual lessons we can learn from wildfires is the importance of awareness, universal laws, and gratitude. Essentially, the universe asks us to pay attention to our impact on the world. The wildfire is an outward manifestation of an imbalance that we have created. It's a reminder that we need to take care of our planet, or it will take care of itself, even if it means burning everything down. To heal these fires, she recommends we must work with the divine fire water. That is an androgynous split in the solar fire and the water coming from the lunar water of the astral planes. This is how we can soothe the astral fire. With the universal cure, the elixir of life, the divine fire water embodies all medicines. It is the first creation principle that includes all other substances and elements, the infinite importance of divine origin that created all existence. We must put out the divine sacred fires in our hearts to heal the fires blazing across the grids. Grid workers, we have to perform divine sacred alchemy on the earth. So that's what she recommends to work with these energies. So that's really interesting. So if you're guided, please feel welcome also to bring in the divine fire water. And so that's good. So on that note, I guess we could go straight in and start with you, ALOBAR. Do you think that's the next best step?
I don't know if you guys have seen the photography, but like there was an orbital laser involved in starting all those fires, right? Yep. Now, one of the things that it's done is it's branded in some dark, what do you call those, crop circles.
Oh, okay. Like these, but negative ones, like sacred symbology. Yep.
Yeah. So let's lift up that imprint of that and make it all, and because it's an important part of their claiming of that ley line portal, the Stargate, and all of the other stuff that's going on there.
Okay, great.
All right. So let's all close our eyes. Okay, and we're going to come together about, 100 meters above the water, about 20 kilometers south of Maui Island. Just want us to see us all floating there. And you can see the island there. And I want you to see black smoke coming out of the earth, and know that this is the material that they've used to imprint those crop circles, those negative crop circles. Okay. Yep. To see all that smoke rising out of the ground, that's good. That's good. Yeah, your will is, our collective will is dissolved about 20–25% so far. So maintain concentration. Well, these are sort of branding the area as belonging to them or belonging to Satan in this particular instance. They link directly to him.
Right. Sure. Thank you.
Yep. More than halfway. Just stay focused. Keep that smoke rising up out of the ground. You know that this is the material they use to imprint. Yeah. Awesome. Almost there. Almost there. Stay focused. All right, it's just the center of it. The core is dug very, very deep. So let's just keep seeing that rising up and dissipating into the air, disappearing, dissolving. Hold your focus there. This is good. You're doing really well. Just a little bit more. We got it. We got it. Relax. Okay. So now we're going to bathe this area in golden light. Gold being the color of honor and honesty and the lion energy, which makes it caustic for demons to touch this. If they want this land, we can bless it in this way, bring down gold light. See orbs of golden light float down from the sky and be absorbed into the island. It just makes it all the harder for them to operate here. And brings the range of the island, the frequency of the island, out of their reach. Now we're going to use a spiritual tornado on this island. We're all going to see this swirl of wind, and we're going to use it as a centrifuge to pick up the densest energies and hurl them out to sea, get them away from the island. And you'll see chunks and little bits of energy flying away from this centrifuge. It's being spun out to a place where there's no harm to anyone. Now, Gaia is bringing up a pillar of white light from the core of the earth, and it shines through Maui and up into the stratosphere, like a pillar of light, of white light, 30 kilometers across. as she reintegrates it back into the fold of her authority. Awesome. Now let's fly over and set foot on Maui Island. And I want you to see Earth reclaiming the place. So instead of burns, I want you to see little green vines and little fresh plants budding and flowering and growing. And watch the island be reclaimed by the green. Wonderful. I'm going to come back and see Gaia blessing and bowing to us. It's a beautiful thing. If you have a wish, I think Gaia's in a good mood, so just let her know what you would really like.
May I add a little on the end there as well?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And then we'll get you back to do the other ones in a second. So I just wanted to, because it's a place of heart chakra energy, Lemuria and Hawaii, it's a center for the heart chakra. I want us to go into our heart and see a beautiful, powerful flame of divine unconditional love from our heart center. And I want us to all see this beautiful flame of divine unconditional love surround all of our group and just expanding that beautiful unconditional love energy. So just take a minute to do that and connect all of us with that really powerfully. Also the unconditional Christ consciousness energy is part of that divine energy. And once you feel that around the group, expand the energy and send it all to all the people of Maui. And feel our hearts connecting with their hearts, sending them love and healing and support, and giving them the powerful intention and energy that we are there to support them at this time as well. And see that all expanding around the whole island of Maui, that beautiful heart energy. For all the people that are divinely aligned to receive it too. Not the ones that are the bad players, but the ones that deserve this beautiful energy due to their soul standing. Just giving them an energetic hug with our beautiful divine loving energy. I actually see Mother Mary coming down as well with her beautiful nurturing healing energy, and ask the Mary energies to come and surround Maui as well with Mother Mary's energy, nurturing and healing. And I might ask ALOBAR now, ALOBAR, if maybe you could do some work on the parasites and the mosquitoes, if that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Mosquitoes. Like, it's funny because we were joking about mosquitoes a couple of weeks ago. You know, human technology has reached its pinnacle when there are no more mosquitoes. You know that human technology has peaked when it figures out a way to get rid of all the mosquitoes.
I'm particularly thinking of the ones that have been artificially engineered to spread disease and so forth. But I know what you will say, that in September at the equinox, that energy won't be sustained as well, I imagine. Is that what?
Look, I don't imagine that Mother Nature will notice, to be honest, what happens in the earthly society.
Mhm.
But What I think is we figure out one really specific part of the mosquito and then ask for that energy to be deleted. So the mosquito's heart, the mosquito's brain, the mosquito's whatever. If we just target that very, very tiny spectrum of energy, we just might succeed.
Okay.
Does anyone know anything about mosquitoes?
But isn't it the parasites in the mosquitoes as well? That will cause it. Oh.
I don't understand the question.
No, isn't it that? So we're talking about parasites and mosquitoes, and we're talking about a specific part. It's the parasites that are in the mosquitoes that get into the people, even though they've been genetically modified, to cause the issues. Do you think?
Okay. So what the target is the mosquitoes or the parasites that they carry?
Well, don't mosquitoes have a bit of an important part in the ecosystem? But if they're
well, what I'm suggesting is to target the artificially engineered aspect of the mosquitoes that is harming humanity. You know.
I'm really happy for that one. All right, so everyone, close your eyes. And let's center our focus on the energy of manufactured mosquitoes. And I want you to see the mosquito in front of you, the engineered mosquito, fall apart as a being, fall apart as a body. So watch its legs fall off, watch its wings fall off, watch it collapse and separate into several pieces.
They often have numbers on them too.
Yeah, they do write serial numbers on them, the cheeky buggers.
Yeah.
Just, on the collapse of that creature. Let's bring in the organic version of the mosquito and contrast it to this, so that this particular version what's the word I'm looking for? Dissolves where it's different. Stay focused. Because we know that Bill Gates created these and he's not out to help humanity at all. We're doing well. Stay focused. Because I can see some of the internal organs of this blueprint of mosquito melting under this contrast, under our focus. And I think we got it. I think we're starting to see it really falter. Oh. I think we got it. I think we got it. Come back. Just remember that what you visualize is what you're telling the universe to do. And we have the equipment to do that. We are just told that the opposite is true, that if you visualize something, it's just a fantasy. It is actually an instruction for the multiverse on what to do, what to make itself into.
We had an example of that was really amazing when we did the work on the Russell Island fires. On the scale of consciousness, it went from grief, 75, right up to 175 pride. And then the next day, as Helen prophesied, it went to 200 courage. That was a huge leap on the scale of consciousness through the energy healing work that we did. So incredibly powerful. I was blown away. So that was brilliant to see, and it did feel so much lighter the next day.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Yeah, good work, guys.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic. That was brilliant, ALOBAR. So brilliant. Don't go. We've got a little bit more to do, but that is really powerful. We've got a few requests for healing before we finish. And so I'll say them. If anyone has got a request, maybe just pop your hand up if you have a request for anyone, a friend or family member or somebody that would like, or that you think would benefit from sending some healing today. Just pop your hand up so I know who wants to. Okay, great.